We're at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now left side on the swing pass. Finding room at the 30. And all the way up to the 46.
Hurts pass.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Going deep down, and this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. John Ross with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Makes the score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
They'll take over.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
The score, Browns 14, Steelers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might... Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Here's Hurts to throw. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Howard.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. On 1st down, Hurts. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Odell Beckham.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Complete to
John Ross, becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Browns 21, Steelers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you'll...
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. 21-0 our score after one.
Browns 21, Steelers nothing.
Now Chris Jones on to punt this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But sometimes, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Brings up third.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he finds Howard complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd down. Here's Hurts. Open man is lost. Complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Hurts. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Odell Beckham, his third touchdown now on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's going to keep it here. Hurts fumbles it. And this one will actually go out of bounds, so no recovery. And that is how we conclude this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Not much there, only a yard. On second down now, it's Hunt. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
He was taken down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Hurts. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. The throw right sideline here is complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
1st down, Cleveland.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. The quick slant caught. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. O.J. Howard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are pouring it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Browns 42, Steelers 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
At the 36-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Flush to his right. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off at his own 46. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
They'll take over.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarter?
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
His kick.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Browns 49, Steelers 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
10 at the 33-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32.
32-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move them.
Their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. John Ross, the one he was looking for, and it'll bring up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guy. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
And the Browns first down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
First down, Browns.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now this throw caught left side, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Cleveland.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, first and 10. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
56.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over first and 10. At their
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Vita Vea in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's second and 20. He gets it left side to Johnson.
Brady's pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
59. Mine's 59. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Wait, we hit. Check, 59. Rip.
One final try now for Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Today's final score, Browns.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, this loss will be the capper to a dismal 4-12 campaign. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.